Hey everyone, I was thinking about what I wanted to do for a video log for the Famicom 3D episode, and I realized that there's kind of a complicated and interesting story about how it came to be, because it actually started as something completely different, which kind of leads into something else that I would like to ask your all's opinion about. And I'll get to that a bit later. But if you were watching Corey and me over on Rerez earlier this year, we were doing a collaboration with the Rerez channel. And one of the episodes that we released, the longest episode we released there, was on the Famicom 3D system. And originally I was planning to just do half of the games. I did do half of the games in that episode. And then I was going to do the Sakaguchi games in another episode and 3D Hot Rally in another episode. But when we were getting these ready to release on our own channel, My Life in Gaming, I felt like something was missing without those other games. I didn't feel like doing them in their own episode anymore. So I decided, you know what, let's just get all of these games in one episode, make it the big Famicom 3D episode. And so that's what I did. I would say it's a 60% new episode. Here you can see what the original set looked like when I had a regular CRT just sitting here, and now I've got a PVM here, so I had to reshoot a few shots to reflect that change for continuity reasons, but I'm overall much happier with how it all came out. So my original idea here was to play a random, weird-looking Famicom game and discover firsthand what it was. And I wanted to do a whole series like that, but when I played this, I realized there were some interesting things about it that kind of led to something else. So when I bought a Famicom disk system at a local shop earlier this year, they had these two 3D Famicom disk system games. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely doing this. So I went on eBay, I got the rest of the games that were on cartridge for pretty cheap. 3D World Runner kind of turned out to be a bust because my bad information that it was actually a 3D system game turned out to be untrue. And then later I got 3D Hot Rally, which thankfully I think is the system's redemption. It's definitely the coolest games. But over here, I've got a few boxes full of really cheap, common, maybe popular Famicom titles. I've sorted them. I can't read the titles. I don't recognize the label art. I don't know what these games are. Don't tell me if you know what they are. But I would love to turn this into a series of sorts. Games that we just discover firsthand. You see us discover firsthand what this is, and we'll do research and find out what they are. So what do you think? Mystery carts? Is that a good idea for My Life in Gaming? How can we turn these boxes of games into interesting content for the channel? We do have some ideas, but we're a little unsure how they would play out, so we don't want to lead you on with that. We want to hear what you think. Do you have any ideas for what we can do with these games, with the concept of a game whose title we can't read and we don't recognize the label art? Is that interesting to you, or should we do something else? Just let us know in the comments on this video, and as always, thanks for supporting us.